Hello everybody, welcome to EduTap. So as we all know that IFSC Grade A 2025 notification is just around the corner. And if you are still confused that whether you should give this exam or whether you should not give this exam, don't worry, watch this particular video till the end, because in this particular video I will share a complete information related to the vacancies of IFSC Grade A, salary, job profile, pattern, syllabus and the eligibility too. So if you watch this particular video till the end, by till the end I mean if you watch the complete video, you will be able to make a better decision in your life. Better decision as in whether I should go and attempt this particular exam or whether I should avoid it and focus on some other exams like RBI, SEBI or IDI. Okay, so this video is for you and I hope you will be able to get maximum value out of it. Now before I start this particular video, my friends, EduTap is giving you a free ebook which contains the previous year questions of the IFSC Grade A 2023 and 2024. So if you download this particular ebook, the link of the same is given in the description box below. But why you should download it, listen it first. See, if you download this particular ebook, it will help you to analyze the previous year questions. And the analysis of previous year question is the first step which every aspirant makes in his or her life, and then he or she starts the preparation, right? So we are giving you this particular ebook for free. You can download it from the link which is given in the description box below. And yes, please analyze the previous year question, because then only you will be able to understand that at what particular difficulty the questions are being appearing in this particular exam. Okay, now let's move forward to the first topic of our complete information video related to IFSCA. First, we are talking about vacancies. Now, if you see the vacancies in IFSCA, they are not big as NABARD or they are not big as RBI as well. Okay, over here the vacancies are in, I would say, less than 20, or sometimes they are more and around 20 only. IFSC Grade A was conducted in the year 2023 with 20 vacancies. IFSC Grade A 2024 was conducted with 15 vacancies. Okay, and IFSC Grade A 2025 is just around the corner only, and we are again expecting somewhere around 18 to 20 vacancies only. Okay, now best thing is that it is a regular exam which is becoming a trend right now. And if you see, my friends, IFSCA as an institution is not, I would say, an old organization if you compared it to with the RBI or SEBI or NABARD, right? So IFSC is a new institution and they are hiring more and more HR, that is human resource, which will help them to run their organization in the best manner. Okay, so if you want to give this particular exam, please understand that you do not have to make a half-hearted attempt. Try to make it as a passionate attempt, because see, when the number of vacancies are low, the definitely the competition will also be go down. Okay, because it will attract very less competition, right, when the vacancies are low. So when the competition is low, then definitely your chances of selection will increase. And mind you, my friend, whenever the competition is low, only those people who are having, passionate passion related to one particular exam, they will only fill the form. So if you are passionate for IFSCA, then only go for it. And if you don't know the full form of IFSCA, IFSCA basically stands for what? International Financial Services Center Authority. Okay, it's a kind of a regulatory body in itself. Like we have regulatory body as RBI, we have a regulatory body of NABARD, we have a regulatory body of, I would say, IDI also, right? So IFSC is also a regulatory body for all those institutions which are working in the IFSC. IFSC is what? International Financial Services Center. So if any company opens their office in IFSC, it will be regulated by IFSCA. Okay, so this is how the structure of IFSCA is, and this is one of the most prominent organization which will shape the future of financial landscape in India. So yes, if you are looking to work in IFSCA, then definitely it will be a good learning opportunity for all of you. But when it comes to vacancies, yes, it is regular. We can see from past 3 years it is coming on the track. And if you see the number of vacancies, yes, little bit low, but who knows that they can increase the vacancies in the upcoming years as well. Okay, moving forward to the second point. So we have discussed regarding the vacancies and a little bit introduction regarding IFSCA. Now let's talk about the world favorite or everybody's favorite, salary. Now basic starting pay of a salary of a grade A officer in IFSCA is 44,500 per month. This is the basic pay, and it is on par, if I'm not wrong, with NABARD and for SEBI as well. So if you are starting as a NABARD grade A officer, if you are starting as a SEBI grade A officer, your basic pay starts from 44,500 only. But if you add all the other allowances like HRA, DNS allowances and all the other special perks in this, then definitely your monthly salary, this is a gross salary, okay, 1,43,000. This is your gross salary, minus some deductions like your NPS, and if you are giving certain kind of income tax also, right? So if you see in hand, you will roughly get around 1,10,000 or something, I would say 1 lakh. And to get a job in India with a salary of 1 lakh, 1,10,000 is a very good, I would say, prospect. And this is, mind you, in hand. But if you add certain more allowances which are given on my point number C, benefits like leave fare concession, medical expenses, eye refraction, education allowance, finance dailies, book grant, briefcase, conveyance, and all this stuff, then definitely your total CTC will definitely be above 17 lakhs per annum. Okay, the total CTC will definitely be 17 lakh per annum. But if you see the, if you see the in-hand component, it will be roughly around 1 lakh 10,000 or 1 lakh. It can be more also depending upon the posting which you will get. But if I'm talking about an average salary over here, okay, so this is all about salary. And what thing we can conclude over here is, we can definitely conclude that this is a much lucrative job, because if you are not able to get a job in NABARD grade A, SEBI grade A, RBI grade A, RBI grade B, then definitely IFSC grade A should be your backup plan, right? So if your plan A is not working, then plan B should work, because salary over here is decent enough, and I think this is a good job to go for if you are looking for a competitive salary. And yes, this is a regulatory body job. So if you get a job in NABARD, and if you are not able to get it due to any other reason, then yes, plan B can be IFSCA, and then later on you can shift from IFSC to NABARD if your passion is in NABARD. Otherwise, IFSC is also a very big institution to survive with. Moving forward to the next point, which is job profile. Now in job profile, my friend, I will tell you that what nature of job will you will do. Working as an IFSC Grade A officer is a unique experience. Why? Because you are working in the unique financial landscape. Like, see, if you work in NABARD, then you are working in agriculture and rural development, right? If you work in SEBI, then definitely you are working in capital markets or in securities market. But if you are working in IFSCA, you will have a unique experience of working in the financial landscape of India. And this is, as I have told you, Government of India is trying to promote this unique landscape. So you will get unique opportunities to explore multiple financial, I would say what, multiple financial landscape in your life. You are a part of a young dynamic regulatory body as a heart of an Indian international finance zone, GIFT City in Gujarat. So GIFT City is in IFSC. GIFT City is an kind of an IFSC in which you will be employed. Okay, and mind you, my friend, the job is quite dynamic. It's not like a kind of a boring job. Okay, sometimes if you see Navar or SEBI, students tell us that sometimes it become monotonous. But when it comes to IFSCA, you will definitely enjoy working over there. Okay, IFSC Assistant Manager positions are well-rounded career package which caters to both professional and personal aspirations. Professional as in that you can climb up the ladder if you clear the promotional exams, and if you be there in the IFSC for a period of time, and you can also fulfill your personal aspirations because you will have your Saturdays and Sundays off, so you can do the stuff which you want to do as your hobby. Okay, you will contribute to the success of IFSCA, shaping the future of finance in India. So if you are, let's say, a finance geek or a finance nerd like me, then definitely you should fill the form of IFSCA. If international markets like Dow Jones or Nasdaq attracts you, then definitely fill the form. Okay, the role itself is dynamic and fulfilling in providing healthy work-life balance. Furthermore, competitive salary and job offers a stable career path. Stable career path. We don't see any privatization of IFSC because it's a regulatory body, right? So mind you, my friend, you will enjoy working in IFSCA. Moreover, your posting will take place currently at the headquarter of IFSCA, which is in Gujarat. Okay, Gujarat. So if you are being posted in Gujarat, then definitely it's one of the best states of India. And don't worry, you will not get any rural postings. Okay, you will always get any kind of urban posting also. Okay, but your majority of the postings will take place in the state of Gujarat. Okay, the recruited posters may be posted in any department of IFSC. So if you are being recruited, then definitely any department may you can be posted, and you will learn in every department of IFSCA. Okay, moving forward to the next topic. So till now we have completed about vacancies, salary, and the job profile. Now let's talk about the eligibility. So now we are moving towards eligibility. So the eligibility is very much simple. First of all, you need to have a graduation in any discipline. So if you have done graduation in hotel management, agriculture, science, commerce, any discipline, okay, and there is no, I would say percentage criteria which we see in RBI, because in RBI graduation may you need to get 60% and above, but in IFSC there is no such clause. So in your graduation you just need to have any discipline. Simple. Post graduation, if you have it, it's good. If you don't have it, then it's not a cause of worry. So in graduation, just any discipline can be there. Age maximum 30 and minimum, it's written no minimum age because there is no minimum age mentioned in the notification, but let's take it 21 years. Okay. And for age relaxation for ST and SC category, it's 5 years, and for OBC students it's 3 years. But for journal students, the maximum age is 30 years. Okay. And nationality, you have to be an Indian citizen, and there is no limit on the number of attempts also. Okay. So I again repeat, the most important points are first and second, that is education and age. Age has to be 21 to 30. Some relaxation are provided to the reserve category students, but for education you just need to have any degree in your graduation. Simple. Is post graduation necessary? No. Let's take some more doubts which you have in your minds. Are final year students eligible? Yes. And this I am speaking as per the notification of 2024. Okay. We expect that the same thing will continue in 2025 as well. So are final year students eligible? Yes, you can fill the form, but by the time of your joining you need to produce your final year mark sheet and your final degree, which shows that yes, you have completed your graduation from the recognized university in India. Is distance education considered as valid? The answer is yes. So if you have done any kind of online graduation from IGNU, then definitely that particular degree will be considered as valid. Is post graduation necessary? The answer is no. Marks to be obtained are in each semester or aggregate. This doesn't matter, only because you just need to get graduation and you just need to pass your graduation. As simple as that. Okay. Moving forward to work experience is not required. Although if you have work experience, definitely it's that value. But if you are totally fresh, then definitely you can again give this particular exam, because it will give you a special edge that yes, you are making your debut from the IFSC itself. So no work experience is required in the IFSC grade A exam. Moving forward to the pattern, and then I will come to the syllabus. So last 2 points. Now when it comes to the pattern, there are 3 phases: phase 1, phase 2 and interview. Okay, like we see in multiple other regulatory bodies. Phase 1 is just qualifying in nature, so you just qualify it. Phase 2 and interview are merit. So when it comes to qualifying, over here the cutoffs are already pre-announced. Cutoffs are already pre-announced. Okay. But for merit you have to score as high as possible. As high as possible. So let's first see the phase 1 paper. Now in phase 1 there are 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Okay. Now paper 1 is basically dealing with your basic components of quant, reasoning, English and current affairs. So you will have 25 questions from each section. Therefore it's like 25 into 4, or you can do 25 into 1 plus 25 into 1. So the total paper weightage is 100 marks. Okay, so there are 4 different sections: quant, reasoning, English and current affairs. Each section will have 25 marks, and if you see, you will only get 60 minutes, that is 1 hour, and the cutoff is already announced for this particular paper, which is 30 marks. Okay, because 30% of maximum marks is what? 30 only. So if I am on your place and if I'm not comfortable with quant, then I can get 30 marks from CA and English only, because in CA there are 25 questions, in English also 25 questions, right? So you can clear the cutoff from CA and English only, and you can skip the question of quant and reasoning if you are not comfortable with quant and reasoning. Likewise, clearing phase 1 paper 1 of IFSC is very easy. Why? Because cutoffs are already known. Second, you can develop your own strategy based on your own ways and based on your own likes and dislikes. Okay, like somebody who is coming from engineering background, they can directly do quant and reasoning because they are good at it, and they can avoid current affairs, because in quant and reasoning also a total of 50 questions will be there. So apply your mind, okay, and think that how you can just get 30 marks in the phase 1 paper 1. Next paper is your paper 2. Okay, in paper 2 again the weightage is of 100 marks, and you have 60 minutes to solve the questions over here. Over here, how many questions you will get? 50 question. Each question is of 2 mark. So the total weightage is 100 marks only. Okay. Now in phase 2 you have multiple components which sorry, in phase 1 paper 2, not phase 2. Currently we are discussing about phase 1. Phase 1 paper 2 mein you have multiple components to study. For example, you have to study commerce and accounts. You have to study costing. You have to study components like Indian economy. You have to study components of, I would say, what it's written over here, you can see, so I don't have to write again: finance, management, right? So these are the components which you have to study. But again, my friend, over here the cutoff is 40% of the maximum marks. So what is the cutoff which is already announced for phase 1 paper 1, it's 30, and for phase 1 paper 2 the cutoff is 40. Okay, and you also have to clear the overall cutoff. The overall cutoff is 40%. Okay, the overall cutoff is 40%, which is taken off 200 marks. So you need to make sure that your total score is above 80. So if I conclude everything, paper 1 cutoff is 30, paper 2 cutoff is 40, and the overall paper, all the overall phase 1 cutoff is 80. So you need to clear 3 cutoffs, then only you will move ahead from phase 1 to phase 2. Okay, and there are multiple components in phase 1 paper 2: commerce and accounts, costing, Indian economy and social development. You also have the component of finance and management, right? But don't worry, you will have 50 questions over here. Okay, each section can contribute, let's say, 4 to 5 questions, right? Each section can contribute 4 to 5 questions. And don't worry if you are very weak in commerce and accounts, completely leave it. Try to increase your score in the other components then. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to make sure that you are able to clear these 3 cutoffs, because in phase 1 it is totally qualifying in nature. It is totally qualifying. So nobody will ask you by what margin you are clearing the cutoff. The moment you clear the cutoff, you are done with it. Okay, and phase 1 is just qualifying. Moving forward to phase 2. Like phase 1, in phase 2 also you have two paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is related to English descriptive, and paper 2 is related to some spatial components. Okay, English descriptive, only 3 questions are asked. Okay, you can see essay, RC, and Pressy. Okay, Pressy writing, essay writing, and RC. RC basically is reading comprehension. Marks are also given, and over here again 100 marks is there, 60 minutes, which is 1 hour, and the cutoff of this particular paper is 30% again. But don't think of cutoff in your phase 2, because in phase 2 you have to score as high as possible. Once you score as high as possible, then definitely cutoff will be taken care of. Okay, in phase 2 this is merit. This is merit. So if, over here just clearing by cutoff, over here if you just clear the cutoff by a whisker, it is not good. You have to make sure that you clear the cutoff with a good margin. Okay, because this is merit section. Now in your phase 2 paper 1 it is completely descriptive. Now when it comes to phase 2 paper 2, it again has some special components like pension, insurance, IFSCA Act, okay, and Gift City Act also, and Gift City I mean. And then you also have to read about banking and capital market, right? So you can see over here union budget, economic survey, banking, capital market, insurance, pension funds, bullion, Gift City, global financial centers, and all. Again, the paper pattern of, you see, phase 1 paper 2, phase 2 paper 2 are exactly the same. You will again get 50 question of 2 mark each. Total is 60 minutes, and again cutoff is given, but it is not important for you because you have to score as high as possible. Okay, and yes, that overall weightage of your total contribution for paper 1 in phase 2 is 1/3, and it is 2/3 for paper 2. So whatever scores you will get, let's say you get 60 marks in your paper 1, so it will be done 1/3. It will be like converted into 100, right? And in, if let's say you are getting in paper 2 again you are getting 60, so it will be 60 into 2 by 3. Okay, so over here it will be 40. Simple. Okay, so this is how the overall cutoffs are defined in the IFSC grade A exam also. But don't worry of this weightage. Like, see, I will give you a frank advice: just try to score as high as possible, because the moment you are scoring low, then all these cutoffs and all everything will come into the picture. But if you are scoring as high as possible, jitna ho sake utna score karna hai in your paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, so maximum is 100. Try to get 90 plus, because if you try 90 plus, then you will land yourself in the bracket of 70 to 80. Okay, I know getting 90 plus is very, very tough, but try to aim higher so that you can get comfortable in the range. Okay, so this is all about your journal stream, and we are not talking about legal stream because that is not the objective of this particular video. Moving forward to interview. In interview, whatever marks you have got in phase 2, after giving the due weightage, then it will be taken into the account for your phase 3 also, which is interview. So the weightage of marks obtained in phase 2 will be 85%. It will be normalized to 85%, and the marks obtained in interview shall be given a weightage of 15%. Simple, right? So this is what the 3 phases are. But first, do not focus about interview, rather try to clear phase 1 and rather try to clear phase 2. Okay, and then think about interview. Now my friends, in this particular video I'm just giving you the pattern, but I'm not giving you the strategy via which It will help you to clear phase 1 and phase 2. The strategy video will be separately uploaded on the EduTap channel, EduTap YouTube channel. So currently in this particular video, I'm giving you the information. Okay, but how to clear phase 1, what is a good strategy for commerce, finance, management, costing, that we will let you know in a different video because that is a separate topic of discussion. Moving forward to the last topic, which is syllabus. Now syllabus, first I will discuss of phase 1. In phase 1 you have two papers, right? Paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is QRE plus CA. Q is quant, reasoning, English and CA. Phase 2 paper compromises of different sections. So first let's talk about quant reasoning and quant reasoning English plus current affair, which are a component of phase 1 paper 1. First, for quant, this is your syllabus, but please focus on the important topics only because over here the cutoff is 30% for paper 1, right? So these are the important topics on which you have to focus on. And the most important topic over here is data interpretation. Okay, so you can pick any topic which you are looking for, study the concepts, try to solve at least 100 MCQs per chapter so that you are comfortable in all the type of questions. Okay, so this is for, I would say, quants. Then comes your reasoning. In reasoning, my friend, these are the important topics which you have to focus on. This is the syllabus which we have given to you, or which the authority has given to you, ISGAM conducting authority has given to you. And mind you, my friend, these are the important topics: syllogism, direction sense, inequality, ranking, blood relation, arrangement and puzzles, and alphabetical and alphanumeric series. Okay, so focus on these important topics, not on the entire syllabus, because that will lead to wastage of time. Okay, so just focus on the important topics. Simple. Same goes for quant as well. Just focus on the important topics. Moving forward to English now. In English, there are multiple topics which you can practice on. Now in English, I am not giving you the important topics. Why? Because important topics in English depends upon your preferences. For example, you might be very good when it comes to conjunctions. So practice conjunctions. And if you are not good with synonyms and antonyms, then skip it. So in English, what you have to do is choose the topics which you think are good for you. Okay, for example, the most important one is your reading comprehensions. The reading comprehensions will definitely play a very, very important role. This point number 20. Reading comprehension is the most important topic. So you have to practice it. Okay, you cannot skip it. Rest, pick the topics which you think is good for you and practice it. Simple. Now see, in phase 1, paper 1, you don't have to think too much. Just clear the cutoff. That is what the major objective is. Now talking about current affair, which is a journal awareness strategy, it will be asked in phase 1 paper 2, right? It will be asked in phase 1 paper 2. So you have journal awareness, and in journal awareness there can be multiple sections. Like first is news, government initiatives, MOUs, summits and conferences, science and technology. So this is basically the areas on which you can study, and do journal awareness only of 2 months. Only of 2 months, that's it. Okay, plus if you can supply, or if you can add certain more current affairs related to finance and economic and social issues, then it will also help you. Economic and social issues current affair means what? Like GDP data. Okay, what is the current India's GDP, what is the current rate of employment, that stuff. Finance related news basically means RBI notifications. Okay, it also encompasses your IFSCA notifications. So that part is your finance related current affairs. Moreover, my friend, in journal awareness you also have to focus on certain central government initiatives and schemes in the financial sector. So you have to read the schemes of Ministry of Finance. Okay, because they are directly dealing with the financial sector. Moreover, certain schemes like Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, right? That is an evergreen scheme which can be asked in your paper. Certain more financial schemes which are related to MSME you have to do. Okay, because it is clearly mentioned in phase 1 paper 2. Okay, and if you see phase 2, maybe you have to read current affairs in the form of union budget and economic survey. So current affairs, I think, in IFSC plays a huge important, and you have to cover current affairs diligently. Okay, so if I was on your place, to clear, I would say, what, phase 1 paper 1, I would definitely play a close attention to current affairs, because that will help me in phase 2 as well. How phase 2? You can directly see certain questions on union budget and economic survey. It will also help you in phase 1 paper 2, like central government schemes and initiative in financial sectors. Moving forward to phase 1 special components. Now what are phase 1 special components? You have finance, you have management, you have commerce and accounts, you have costing, right? You have Indian economy or economy and social development, right? So these are the spatial components which we will discuss right now. And currently, I'm just telling you the syllabus, starting with management. In management, if you see the syllabus, this is given on your notification itself. Now, if I see the syllabus, then definitely the top 5 chapters are, which comes in my head is, first of all is motivation. Okay, motivation you can do. Then you have leadership. Leadership is also a good chapter. Then you have communication. Then you have, I would say, journal management. And then if you want to do, you can do the topic of HRD. So these are the 5 topics which you only have to do in management. Therefore, if you are starting new in IFSCA, complete these 5 chapters in a span of just 15 to 10 days, and then your first component of phase 1 paper 2 will be done. Okay, but more about strategy, more about how to be a pro in management, this we will let you know on a different YouTube video. But currently I'm just telling you that what you have to study in management. Then comes your economics. In economics, my friend, there is a different, I would say, approach which you have to take. Over here in economics, just try to do the basic part. Do not try to become like an expert in economics. Okay, yes, if you are having economics honor in your graduation, then you can become an expert. But if you are coming from any mediocre, I would say, background, and like if you have only done BCom, if you have only done some degree wherein economics exposure is not that much good, then just do the basics. The first part is related to microeconomics, and the second one is related to macroeconomics. Okay, and yes, you can leave certain chapters which are like technical, like ISLM curve. This is very technical, so skip it. Okay, multiplier, accelerator, leave these topics. You can just focus on basic topics like inflation and Phillips curve, demand and supply. These are very basic topics which you can do like one chapter in a day. Okay, so in economics, just do the basic chapter. This is the syllabus which is mentioned on your notification itself. Moving forward to commerce and accountancy. Now, in commerce and accountancy, again, try to do limited because this is just a qualifying paper of phase 1, paper 2, right? So, these are the chapter which will help you in commerce and accounts. Now, if you are preparing for IFSCA, then leave the topic of accounting standards. Okay, there is no need to read any kind of standards. Even you can leave the topic of Ind AS. Okay, because they are being asked, even if they come into the paper, you can skip it and you can do some other easy question. So these are my top chapters when it comes to commerce and accountancy. Do the chapter of introduction to accounting, recording of transaction, trial balance and type of errors, income statement and balance sheet, ratio, cash flow, accounting for share capital, and accounting for financial information system. Okay, this is not big. This can again be done in 15 days, provided that you are studying for 3 hours daily. Okay, moving forward to costing. In costing, again, there is no need to do entire chapters. The most important one is lean system and innovation. By far, this is the most important topic in costing. Okay, so if you are leaving entire costing, don't leave this particular chapter because it will cost you big. Moreover, in costing, my friend, these are the chapters which you can do, and the most important one I have told you. But start with the basic one so that you understand that what costing is all about. And in costing, there are different types of costing, like activity based costing, job batch costing, process costing. So it's like an expansion of the topic itself. But you'll study about costing as the core detail. And the last chapter is most important. Yes, you can leave some chapters like marginal costing and standard costing because they're very, very tough and they have multiple numericals also. Okay, so do the basic one. That is what the requirement over here is. Then you have finance. In finance, again, certain chapters like role of regulatory bodies, financial institutions, role of primary market, money market, forex market, bonds market. This is very, very important for you. Even the topic of role and functions of regulatory body is very, very important. Basics of derivatives you can do. Recent development in financial sectors. Financial inclusion is also very important. Alternative sources of finance. These are like baby topics. Baby topics as in like these are not that big. But the first, I would say, 5 to 6 topics are big. That will take time. Like for example, direct and indirect taxes can be done if you have knowledge about taxes. Inflation, again, inflation you are already doing in economics. So if you have done in economics, then skip in finance. This is how you do your smart study, right? So over here the strategy is again to read to the point and do not become a financial expert. Okay, then you have the topics of economic and social development. Now please remember, you have the topic of economics also, right? This will deal with your Indian economics. Then you have economic and social development also. So there are two type of economics which you have to study over here, but again the base remains the same. Whatever you have understood in economics over there, like whatever you have understood over here, you can apply the same knowledge over here as well. But over here chapters are kind of socially oriented, like measurement of growth, national income you would have also studied over here. national income, you would have also studied over here. So the same knowledge can be used over there as well. So overlapping topics are there, and try to save your time by skipping the overlapping topics. Because if I have covered a topic over here, then definitely there is no need to cover national income again over here. You just have to do topics like poverty elevation, which was not there in that particular list, social structure, multirism, demographic trends, urbanization, and gender issues. Again, this is very, very kind of, I would say, descriptive in nature. So just read to the point. That's it. Okay. Moving forward to the topic of Indian economy and global economy. This basically is again related to your economics again. So if you see, my friends, economics has a great, I would say, what syllabus over here. And if you study this part of economics, then definitely maximum of your topics of economic social development and Indian economy and global economy will be covered up. If you see that particular part, role of international financial institution, you have to cover differently. Otherwise, if you see ISLM, that was mentioned over there as well. So do one particular part, like for example in economics, if you are getting confused, you have to first start with this part. Start with this, okay? Because in the second part, which is related to economic and social development, you have limited to read. And in your Indian economy and global economy, everything which you are reading in the previous economics topics will be covered up. As simple as that. Now let's move to the phase 2 special components. In phase 2 special components, you have banking and finance, you have insurance, you have pension, you have IFSC and Gift City as well. So these are the four special components which you have to study for phase 2. Plus in economic survey and budget also. Okay. Now Gift City and IFSC ke liye you can directly read the Bayer Act. These are the topics which you have to study. Gift City, Gift, IFSC, IFSCA, global financial centers also. So these are the things which you have to study in this particular topic. It's related to law, so sometimes it can become boring, but yes, it is small component which you can do easily. Then you have the topics of insurance. In insurance, topics are directly given to you in the notification itself, right? So focus on the major keywords. Like you can directly focus on history of Indian insurance. What are the principles of insurance? This is very, very important. Foundational topic. Functions performed by insurance. Insurance lines and products, right? So in insurance, again, do the basic one. See, you do not have to become an expert. Please remember that, because if you become an expert, then definitely you have to study a lot more. So try to avoid that particular expert level and try to do the basics of it. Okay. So syllabus is given right in front of you. Strategy, books, and everything else we will let you know in the other video. Okay. Pension is the next component. Now this is a very small component because only 6 topics you have to study, and the most important one are national pension system and annual Atal pension yojana, because these topics are directly related to the core agenda of the government of India. Okay. So over here again 6 topics are there which you have to study one by one. Pension, I think, is the easiest component out of all the phase 2 special components, and in last you have to cover the banking, capital market, and bullion. Now if you see, my friends, in banking, capital market, these are the topics of finance only, right? Like you would have studied about role of functions in the phase 1 itself. Primary and secondary market, forex, money, bond, equity market, you have already studied in finance. So same copy paste over here as well, right? Banking may, yes, you have to study some more topics which are given on your screen, like development and digital payment, recent development in global financial centers, role of IT. Plus, you also have to add the topic of basics of derivative, future forwards and swaps, spot and derivative market for precious metal, and you also have to cover the topic of bullion. Okay, a detailed strategy that how to cover this particular component will be released later on our YouTube channel. But currently, I'm just telling you what the syllabus which you have to go for. So this completes our overall 6 topics related to the IFSC Grade A 2025. Now, if you are looking for a course, then definitely EduTap can help you. I will just let you know that how you can purchase our course which is related to IFSCA. You just have to go on our website, which is edutap.in. You just then have to go for IFSC Grade A courses. Once you come in IFSC Grade A, currently we have launched 2 courses related to IFSCA. IFSC Grade A Phase 1 Phase 2 full video course, in which you will also get the interview preparation, and IFSCA Phase 2 full video course, in which you will get all the access related to Phase 2 material. Now the best one is IFSC Grade A Phase 1 Phase 2 full video, because over here you will get all the help which is needed to clear this particular exam. For costing, you will get classes, notes, previous year questions, summary sheets also. Okay, for IFSCA Indian economy, economic and social development, commerce and accounts. For every component, you are getting quality study material. Okay, you are also getting components of phase 2 in this particular course, and you are also getting mock test. You are also getting, I would say, what, multiple questions to practice. So don't worry, this is a comprehensive course for IFSC grade A. But if you are comfortable in phase 1, then you can buy the phase 2 course as well. And if you want to see our material, you can go and check our 15-day starter pack for the IFSC grade A. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me in this particular video. I hope the video was helpful for you. But for such more videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will definitely bring some more quality videos related to the strategy, book list, and honest advice related to IFSCA. That's it. Have a good day ahead. And if you have any further help which you need from our set, please let us know in the comment box. Bye bye and have a good day ahead.